Alright folks, I have been talking about putting a video up for a long time and I keep forgetting or putting it off, so this is the Chimera showcase video. This is a cabinet I built during lockdown over the pandemic because I needed something to do or I was going to go insane, so this is what I did. This is running it's an AMD Ryzen, I think it's a 5600G. 57, I don't remember. It's a 5000 series Radeon with integrated graphics. Also running a TI 3060 in the system. So it's got a decent amount of horsepower. It's definitely overkill for main, but some of the other stuff on here actually needs it. Right now we're looking at NES, so I've got custom marquees made for every one of the NES games, which is basically just the same background, changing the game image. So every game has its own marquee, and so kind of see what we're doing here. So yeah, they all look pretty good. We also have so there's Nintendo. Each one of the platform videos I've put custom music on, so I just threw it in Windows, like the Windows photo editor I think, and added a different soundtrack to each of the videos I found on I think they're on EME Movies or downloadable from the big box asset database thing. So there's Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I'm also running a Pixelcade. This is a 128 by 32 LED matrix. Pixelcade is great. The guy who runs it, his name's Al. Really nice, very responsive to emails and questions, and all around just a great experience. So if you need an LCD panel for something, check out the Pixelcade. It's pretty cool. But I've got it running, these are animated GIFs that I put together, so there's one for each platform. N64 is just the N64 logo spinning. Again, custom music and stuff for these. So, but anyway. And then my platform marquee for each one is just my stock Chimera marquee. So same thing for GameCube, custom animated GIF, just running the background of the game around the GameCube logo. And we are barely, we're at like 12 volume windows. I've got great speakers in this thing, it gets loud. So it's nice. Same thing for Wii. Game Boy Advance, I think this is just the stock video. I couldn't really decide on a different music track to put on, so this is still just kind of a placeholder for now, but it's good enough. Gets the point across. Pinball. So same thing, FX3. I also loaded, I've got like, I think 10 or 15 of the new Pinball FX tables. Performance on this one is kind of hit and miss. I don't know why. Anyway, there's issues with it. I'm working around them for now, so it works, but it's a little janky. Sega Genesis, same thing. Custom GIF, Chimera marquee, custom audio for the videos just from just Launchbox or EME Movies. I don't know where this one's from. My Steam category, custom video, animated GIF. So Steam category is a bit of a misnomer. Most of it's Steam games, not everything is. I've got some custom games in here. Like Clone Hero, for example, I have guitar controllers. Under the control panel here, I've got a media keyboard to control like for Spotify or for other media. DualActive Fan, I'm running a 3.5 inch, it's like a front panel connector for like a PC would fit where a floppy drive would go, but it gives me USB ports and also audio in the front, so I can plug in headphones and listen to this without disturb anybody. If people are watching TV or doing other things, somebody could game and whatever. But yeah, so this, let's see if it works this time. Just updated big box, and it's running a little weird right now, so don't know. I'm gonna have to go through it again, but yeah, we're gonna start. So I've got a couple of Xbox 360 controllers, and I just plug into one of my front panel USB ports. And we have a link. I hit start, I sign in, I go to quick play, and I can play any of the songs. So, and I I'm so not going to embarrass myself playing Guitar Hero right now, but I'll start something. So I've also got it set so LED Blinky's doing a jukebox animation, so we're flashing lights based on audio. And but yeah, works great. And you can tell that I'm not playing, but I mean it works. I'm not great at it. It's fun. Okay, anyway, that's all that fun I want to have. So that's Guitar Hero, or Clone Hero. And I've just got, it's basically just a wall mount for like a real guitar. I've got mounted to the side of the cabinet so I can just hang the guitars up at one on either side. And come on, quit being janky. Today, please. There we go. All right, we got control of that. So other games in here, Black Flyers is a little standalone pinball. It's like Pinball Wicked. They were going to come out with a bunch of tables and stuff. They only ever produced this one. It runs okay. Beat Invaders is fun. But I've got stuff in here that's not Steam, like, oh, I don't know what all. Yeah, like, Garadan is one of the Locomolito freeware games. Really fun, works great on the cabinet. I put it on here. Not actually a Steam game, but whatever. I've got a couple of emulated titles in here that aren't, you know, specifically Steam, but they kind of fit the theme. So like Geometry Wars, this is the Steam version. Geometry Wars 2, this is running on Xenia, which is an Xbox 360 emulator, but they never released Geometry Wars 2 for anything else, so that was my only option to get it on here. But everything has, again, custom marquee, light mapping, Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Yeah, so a bunch of these in here. For the light gun jams, I'm using Wii remotes and just a gun shell. I've got a micro switch wired into my left gun holster, my Player One gun holster, that activates, it'll power on and off my sensor bar here. This is just a Wii bar that I cut in half and wired back up. So I've got left and right IR that are for sure very far above the control panel, and they work really well. Obviously I'm not in game, it's not on, so it's not doing anything at the moment, but we can launch this and just check it out. So I've got this coming on, it's connected, 2 lights means it's linked, and so if I stand here, yeah, it's got to reset the resolution and do all the scripting stuff.
Exit game.
So we should be here and ready to go in just a second. And this is actually the PC version. I don't know what the hell's going on with the marquee, but let's see. So, controls the mouse. This one I think has a crosshair. My arcade version doesn't. But it doesn't really
over there.
All right. So, love the cheesy voice acting in this game. It's always been one of my favorites. Yeah, I'm next. Okay. Anyway, it works. I mean, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's all right. You know, it's fun. It's usable. But anyway, that's House of the Dead. That's how the light guns work. Both I've got Player 1 and Player 2, and I just turn them off when I'm done with them, and put the holster back so the IR LEDs are now off, and I can just hit my exit button. It'll reset the resolution, fix the marquee, and it is still thinking about it. So now we're back. Got a couple of House of the Deads, got a bunch of stuff in here. The other thing I have wired up in here, though, aside from all the names, yeah, I don't know why I love these. I never even really got into Mortal Kombat because all my friends were playing Street Fighter when I was in high school, and that's how old I am. But these are still fun. So, Same thing, some custom music or whatever. Pac-Man Champion, Championship Edition, really fun on here. I've got it, these are using the servo sticks from Ultramarch, so they automatically switch between 4-way and 8-way depending on how they're mapped. I've got this mapped as a 4-way game. It controls great. Just the slight jakiness from the servo stick aside. It's not perfect, but it works pretty well. But I also have my Spotify link in here, which if it's going to play nice today, I can show off. So, got a logo. I actually found an old Spotify video commercial that I downloaded the video for, so it has its own attract mode as well. So, we launched Spotify. I'm not sure, let me look at what's being seen here. Yeah, so over on my whiteboard I have a, it's actually a Spotify car thing. I picked it up on like a sale when they were discontinued. Okay, well, my mouse has decided to quit working. That's supposed to go full screen. Let me try it again, because that should be scripted to do that. But anyway, I can control Spotify with my media buttons here, or I could use the car thing, and yeah, there we go. It put everything right. So I'm running a couple things here. This is a visualizer called Plane 9. I think you can find it online. It's pretty cool. It's kind of a more modern take on like the old Winamp visualizers, so just random scenes. Also up here I am running a rain meter skin to overlay the album art, a small like a VU meter visualizer here, and it shows the song playback and then the title and artist, and then just the Spotify logo on the side. So if I can pull up a playlist using my car thing here and just play anything really, whatever's in my there, let's find something. What do I want to listen to? Yeah, there's a Stranger Things theme. So hit play. It takes it a second to update, but it'll actually load the album art. It shows the little visualizer here, and then this is reactive to music. We've also got the lights, all the buttons and controls light up. So looks cool. But anyway, so yeah, same thing on this. I can control this from this. I've got a power switch over here to turn my car thing off and on. You know, kind of like you would if you were just turning the key in your car, and then exit button exits back and should give focus back to BYOAC. So that's all that. Arcade games work really well. I've got main set so that will respect the aspect ratio of the game, but it will try and fill the available screen space. So Marvel vs. Capcom, for example, fully fills the screen, looks really great, I think. It's one of my favorite games. Did a custom marquee for it, again, just kind of touched up the original, added a different background that looks similar, but you know, the end goal is to get everything formatted properly to fit the 21:9 LG ultra wide that I'm using for a marquee. So I've done a lot of work on custom marquees. I've got 300 or so for main games, so I've still got about 200 to go. All my Steam games have them, all of the console games have a custom marquee, and all the pinball games have a custom marquee that are on here with it. But yeah, so this looks great, it's really fun to play. And you just, you know, hit your credit button, start your game, and there you go. And we will stand here and hit buttons for a second just to demo. Anyway, works great. For vertical games, same thing. It will switch on the fly and it will try and fill the available space. So I don't know why there's lag with the exit. I think that's part of that big box update that I just did a couple days ago. I don't know. I haven't gotten back into it. But let's see. Let's find a vertical game. Something. Go Pac-Man. This is definitely vertical, and it's about as old school as you can get. So, left the marquee on this one alone. I might just fill in the black area with a little bit of white, add some shading.
Start
so
game.
Looks like it's up there, but
insert key.
I don't know if it really needs it for this one. That's
primary control.
But anyway, yeah, you can see it fills the available screen with the vertical size. I can do the main layouts, add bezels and stuff, and I may do that eventually. That hasn't been a priority right now, but I may look at that when I get all the marquees finally done. But same thing, works great. Servo sticks are mapped to 4-way for this game. I wish it didn't like the player 2 because obviously on a Pac-Man there's only one joystick, so I need to fix that. But if that's my only complaint, then I'm doing alright. But yeah, so same thing here, it works great. 4-way joystick, so it just slides right into the pocket. And yeah, so Pac-Man. Good times. Alright, so the other cool things my cabinet can do is it does transform into a pinball machine. So I'll go ahead and try to show that off. I didn't have great luck last time because it's doing weird stuff right now, but we'll see what we can get away with. We'll try FX3 just because it loads a little bit faster. So we come in here, we find a pinball table. I am kind of partial to Medieval Madness, that's probably my favorite table. So we'll load it, again, custom marquee. Now, when I launch this, it doesn't do anything because I don't have the transformation automated. I have to actually hit a button. I've got the control panel for that hidden in the player 2 coin door. So I hit the button, and the control panel slides forward, the screen lays back, and we have a pinball machine. And I will go ahead and grab my phone so I can show this. It's still doing it. I don't know why it's doing this. So it's not actually giving focus to the pinball game, even though we've got our back glass loading and our DMDs loading. We don't have a pinball game on the screen. So let me see if I can fix that really quick. And that's anybody who wants to build a MAME cabinet or do this, like, realize this hobby requires a lot of tinkering and a lot of playing with things and fixing errors and troubleshooting, and you know, it's all part of the process. So yeah, it's hung, but this is part of it. So I have a keyboard here. I can see if I can figure out what's going on. I don't know where my mouse is. Oh, okay. My trackball's not working as a mouse at the moment. That's fine. All right, stopping here. All right, we are back, and I got my pinball system straightened out. So, let me set my keyboard down. This is what we look like when we're loading a table. Pinball FX3 does its little flyby thing, and we have a DMD dedicated screen back there. I've got a little dedicated back glass screen. Got our pixel cage showing the FX3 logo, and have a DMD overlay in the main marquee as well, just because I can. So I'm going to try to hold my phone and play with this one-handed for a second, but this is kind of the player's eye view. So this is kind of what you see as you're playing. And I will scoot up now. I've got flippers mapped over here on these, and I've also got flippers on the side button, just kind of as a quick and dirty so I can do this one-handed. So we'll start a game and kind of see, and I'm playing this through looking through my phone's viewfinder, so I'm not exactly didn't do great here, but anyway, it works really well. Getting a smooth frame rate. It's 2160 by 1600, I think. Not quite full 4K, but it looks all right. It'll run 4K. I just did that for consistency because FX won't. Pinball FX won't run 4K on this with a little video card in here. But anyway, when we're done playing pinball, I come down here in my coin door and I hit my button and it will fold back up, and it's a little noisy when it does that, but that's okay. And that's what it looks like when it just folds the screen back up in there. And then I can walk up and hit my exit button and it will load me back to Big Box. It'll automatically switch the resolution and should get it back. And it's not getting focus back, but okay, that's better. Yeah, so it does that for all the tables, and I can move it back and forth. And so anyway, I will put the phone back over here on my little stand that I have rigged up so you can see everything. And there we go. So back to the cabinet. Yeah, so anyway, that's it. This is the cabinet. We've got games, all kinds of stuff. So let me know if you have any questions. And otherwise, take it easy.